What if I told you that 313 men, with no army, no weapons, no preparation, faced 1,000 of the most powerful warriors in Arabia, and won not because of numbers, not because of weapons, but because of one thing: Allah was with them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the story of the Battle of Badr, the day that changed the history of Islam forever, the day that separated truth from falsehood, the day that proved to the entire world that when Allah decides victory, no army on earth can stop it. It was the second year of Hijrah. The Muslims had just made the most difficult journey of their lives, leaving their homes in Makkah, their families, their businesses, their entire lives, and migrating to Medina with nothing but their faith. They were poor, they were weak, they were outnumbered, and their enemies in Makkah had not forgotten them. The Quraysh of Makkah were the most powerful tribe in Arabia. They controlled the trade routes. They had wealth, weapons, and an army, and they hated Islam with everything they had. And then news reached the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that a massive Quraysh trade caravan, carrying enormous wealth, was returning from Syria. Passing near Medina, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, consulted his companions. Should they intercept the caravan? And while they were preparing, something changed. Abu Sufyan, who was leading the caravan, received warning that the Muslims were coming. He immediately changed his route and sent an urgent message to Makkah: "Come and protect our caravan." The Quraysh response was immediate and massive. 1,000 warriors, fully armed, with horses and camels, marched out of Makkah, not to protect the caravan, but to destroy the Muslims once and for all. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received news of the Quraysh army, the situation was clear. The Muslims had 313 men, 2 horses, 70 camels, and very few swords. The Quraysh had 1,000 warriors, 100 horses, 700 camels, and were fully armed by every human calculation. This should have been a massacre, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did something that no military commander would do in that situation. He turned to his Lord. He stood in prayer that entire night, with his hands raised, and said, "O Allah, if this small group of believers is destroyed today, you will not be worshipped on this earth." He prayed, and he wept, and he begged Allah for victory, and Allah answered the night before the battle. Allah sent something to the Muslims that no army could provide: rain, but not just any rain. For the Muslims, the rain softened the ground where they stood, making it easy to walk, and it settled the dust, and it gave them peace in their hearts. For the Quraysh, on the other side, the rain made their ground muddy and difficult. Their horses struggled. Their heavy armor became a burden. The same rain, different effect for the believers and for those who denied. And then Allah sent his angels. The Quran says in Surah Al-Anfal verse 9, "When you asked your Lord for help, and he responded, I will reinforce you with 1,000 angels, following one after another." 1,000 angels sent by Allah to fight alongside 313 believers the morning of the 17th of Ramadan. The two armies faced each other. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, looked at his small band of companions, and he looked at the massive Quraysh army, and he said, "This is Jibreel, peace be upon him, holding the head of his horse, armed for battle." The battle began, and what happened next defied every military logic. Companion after companion fought with a ferocity and courage that shocked the Quraysh. Men who had never trained for war, men who were farmers and merchants and shepherds, fought like lions because they were not fighting for victory. They were fighting for Allah. The great warriors of the Quraysh fell one by one. Abu Jahl, the man who had tortured the early Muslims, who had mocked the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who had called him a liar and a madman, he was found dying on the battlefield. And when Ibn Masud, may Allah be pleased with him, stood over him, Abu Jahl looked up and said, "You have climbed high, little shepherd." And then he was gone. 70 of the Quraysh's greatest warriors were killed. 70 more were captured, and the Muslims lost 14 men, 14 against 70. With numbers of 313 against 1,000, this was not a military victory. This was a miracle from Allah. The Battle of Badr was not just a historical event. It is a lesson for every single Muslim alive today. Lesson 1. Numbers never determine victory. The Muslims were outnumbered 3-1, and they won. Because Allah's help does not depend on numbers. It depends on sincerity. Lesson 2. Preparation and trust go together. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prepared. He positioned his army carefully. He planned. And then he turned to Allah and trusted completely. This is the balance Islam teaches us. Lesson 3. Ramadan is a month of victory. The Battle of Badr was fought in Ramadan, when the Muslims were fasting, tired, hungry, and yet they achieved the greatest military victory in early Islamic history. Ramadan is not a month of weakness. It is a month of power. Lesson 4. Allah answers the dua of the believer. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prayed all night, and Allah sent angels. Your dua is never wasted, and Allah hears every word. The Battle of Badr was the day 313 believers proved to the world that when you stand for Allah, Allah stands with you. They had no army, no weapons, no plan that made sense on paper, but they had something the Quraysh could never have. They had Allah, and Allah was enough. May Allah make us from those who trust Him completely, who prepare and then surrender the outcome to Him, and who remember that no matter how powerful the force is against us, if Allah is with us, we cannot lose. If this video moved you, please share it. Subscribe to the message of Islam, because every single day we bring you the stories of this deen. With love, with truth, and with sincerity. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.